The Pirates Cove in the back. We'll just pretend it's Pirates Cove. Alrighty. We're gonna start with this is the Knights Oni. Let's go. This is only the Knights, not the entire story, just the Knights. So we had the one with the story, and this is the one with only the Knights, and it includes an alternative ending. Oh boy. Let me see if I can. Let's go, Freddy. I threw Freddy. Off he goes. It's a fan made rated R version of the FNAF movie. Let's just call it that. Let's just say if you wanted the FNAF movie to be like rated R and all that, then this is what it is. I have a full version of this. If you want there's a full version of this, but this is like just the Knights. Like this is just gonna be like the Knights and like yeah, I have a full version of this. Right now we're just gonna go through the Knights, but I have a full version of this if you want to read it. It's very good to read. I have one. All right, we're gonna go through the Knights. Right now we're just gonna go read the Knights right now. We're gonna go through night one. Mike in his car drives in the location as he looks up to read the sign, but his windshield is blocking it so he doesn't and he waits to get a better view. The area is all broken apart. The signs of Freddy begin to smell very rotten indeed, like it's been abandoned for years. Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. This must be the place Steve told me about. Mike walks up to the location and sees some keys on the floor. He grabs it and sees a note. Generator in front of the door. Mike crumbles the note, not like he'll need it for later. Mike looks and sees a generator box as he turns it on to see the pizzeria light up with the brown bear with white gloves. That must be Freddy Fazbear, he assumes, the main mascot of the place. Well, let's get this party started. Mike gets a call from his phone. Weird, out of nowhere, too. This place has service? He flips it out as he speaks with, the hell? It's Steve Raglan. Mike did not give Raglan his number. How did he? The line is cut short as Steve begins speaking. Mr. Raglan, why are you calling? How did you? Steve ignores Mike's second question but answers the first question. He sounds like he's sipping coffee, though, as on the other line he drops the coffee and speaks. I'm here to give you an update on Freddy's. Things to know. Let me give you a little backstory. This place was huge in the 80s with the kids. It's been shut down for years. Now there's only one reason it's been open, and that's because whoever the owner is, they really don't want to let it go yet. Steve giggles and throws a crumbled up paper in the trash and makes it in. You're here because multiple break ins over the years, drunks, vagrants, mostly not ideal. The security systems are dead, but some do work. Floodlights on the outside, cameras on the inside. And oh, do be careful with fires. Freddy's could have dangerous fires sometimes, mostly burning accidents, but none of those happens because we got good fighters to finish the job. Mike looks at the character posters and a silly bear with a top hat. The one he saw at the sign, but there are others with him. It reminds him of the old cartoons he and Garrett watched when younger. Steve continues his chat with Mike throughout the halls as the lights flicker and flicker on. Mike walks on the glass as he looks up in the broken down Celebrate sign as he has found the office. Shockingly, the phone service was barely able to work, but hardly as Steve finished his chat. I guess that's about it. Just the rest is quite simple, man. Mike walks inside and grabs his office uniform as he grabs the flashlight as well as he presses the cameras and looks at them with his eyes. Just keep your eyes on the monitors and keep people out. Piece of cake. Steve sighs as he places the phone on his desk and he keeps a deep sigh and smirks again, twirling a knife, cutting a piece of cake he stole from one of the fridges. Good luck, old sport. I'll see you on the flip side. Hopefully. Mike turns around to the door, opening the creaky rip thing as a poster falls on the floor. Celebrate, huh? Perhaps Abby will want one of these. The phone rings back as Mike is about to pick up the poster. The same thing Steve said once again repeats. So I will see you on the flip side, hopefully. And Mike, don't steal anything. But you're allowed to take one thing, only one. Do not want to witness your first, right? The outside of Freddy's is bright as we see a golden bear just standing in the entrance as the head turns. Welcome to our home. Let the games begin. Freddy's area on the sign glows bright, and the thunder and lightning gets louder as Mike is cleaning up the area one by one. He gets tired and sits in the office chair with nothing to do as he looks at the tablet. Wonder if there's any cartoons on this thing, any entertainment of some kind. It's been a long time. The shift hasn't started yet. As Mike groans, he looks at the time and throws some paper balls at the desk, spinning in his office chair. I'm bored. Is this what a security guard does? How boring. At least the ice cream job was actually entertaining. Mike throws a crumbled up paper ball he found in the desk and throws it in the bin. Heh, take that, Jeremiah. I made it in the bin. Okay, forget this. No way I'm staying in this boring office all day. Mike gets up and leaves his office. As he looks around, he's about to leave the stage area when he hears a sound. He turns. Hello? Anyone there? Mike knows what he heard. Has someone broken in? It sounds like Pans. Mike runs to the stage and opens it just to get startled by the animatronics. So uncanny. It's the characters he saw in the posters. He shines his light at them. Okay, good, good. On place. Mike closes the curtains as he walks back to the office. He looks around the office and sees a cup. He drinks it just to spit it out. Fuck, that's expired. Mike throws the soda on the floor as he turns his attention to the tapes. Mike sees a tape with his name on it, all dusty though. It's a shock he was able to read them. Mike grabs the tape and turns the TV on to get jump scared by a balloon boy figure. A shiny figure with a balloon. Mike almost thought it was a real boy. Hello? Fuck's sake, Mike says. Mike steps back as he takes in a closer look and rolls his eyes. It felt like the toy was mocking him. He had a feeling in his guts. He knows it. Mike felt he could have had a panic attack as he grabs the figure and throws it down the halls. Stupid toy. Mike turns his attention to the tapes for now. As Mike begins to play the tapes, it takes a while, but it finally turns on. A lady with a happy mood with a red vest appears with the pizzeria in a different light, and people playing games and eating pizza. But the lady feels out of place for some reason. Is this thing on? Do I really have to? Kim turns to the screen, removes her sweat off her shirt. Never mind, clumsy me. Anyways, Kim looks up the screen and snaps her fingers. As the logo appears, Mike leans in to read Freddy's security training tape. But the words leave quickly as they arrive. I was reading that. Ah, forget me, I guess. Hello there, my name is Kim. I am your first messenger for today. If you're watching this video, it means you've been selected for something very special. Congratulations, we're gonna have so much fun together. Mike sees the TV glitch as he hits the camera again and again multiple times as It's Me spams in the cameras. As Mike doesn't want to be bothered, he hits the TV again and it works this time. The genius who created Fazbear Entertainment created this location for his two passions, family fun and kind of the edge technology. Mike scratches his hair wondering when this tape will end. It's been a while. Mike spots two people on the TV fixing up some machines. They look like mechanics as the shop cuts to the next moment. Let's introduce you to the stars of the show. Kim slams her hand on a button called Showtime, but all Mike sees is not the animatronics as he's supposed to see. No, the TV begins to static everywhere as a golden bear spams its me again and again, laughing in Mike's face. Mike hits the TV repeatedly, slowly, as this time it works, but the tone now has changed. The lady in the TV looks all panic like, but she hides that feeling as she keeps turning for some reason. Strange. Mike's face goes from bored to confused. The lady in the TV looks not normal. Mike can tell, but what? Adorable, aren't they not? These critters are your children. It's your job for now to keep them safe and make sure that Freddy's is here to delight, dazzle, and entertain for years to the TV turns off, as Mike just looks in confusion. Well, that happened. Mike turns around just to get jump scared from the balloon boy figure again. Hey, Jesus, son of a. Mike grabs the figure and kicks out of the halls again, hoping to never see it again. All tired, he sits in his chair just as the phone rings. As Mike answers it, he tries to answer it, but it stops as the phone answers itself. Creepy. Hello, hello, hello. Is this the night guard? Oh, thank Lord. Welcome to your new job, friend. You might already know this, but this is Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, a place full of magic and fun. You probably knew because that because of Kim, but I am your second messenger, and I am the real deal, as they say. Mike coughs as he keeps listening to the phone. It's a dusty office, a smelly one as well. It's either him or the area never been swept for years. Okay, the company wanted me to tell you about this greeting. It's kind of a legal thing, yeah. Let's just say if any accidents were to happen in this place, like death or stuff, we at Fazbear Entertainment are not responsible for that, and that's what I've been told. Mike feels uneasy as he looks at the pizza boxes. He feels hungry, and that ice cream was not enough. God, I'm starving. Not a huge fan of pizza, but it's all they have. Mike grabs a slice of pizza and throws it off his mouth. Jeez, it's cold. Who leaves cold pizza on the table? That's evil. Gross. Mike gets up as he leaves the office to find a microwave for his pizza. Mike leaves and ignores what the phone guy says that the animatronics wander at night. Once again, the guards are always so unaware and non careful when it comes to the dangers that are hidden within Freddy's. Mike is walking around the kitchen. As he spots the microwave, he pushes some pans and hits some pizza boxes to make it to the microwave. Finally, microwave time. No more frozen pizza. Mike puts his pizza in the microwave. As he waits, he doesn't see the reflection of Chico with white, red eyes in the microwave window. Mike grabs his pizza and turns around and bumps into Chica. It's the yellow one, the bird. Mike drops his pizza and looks at the giant chicken. Chica's head turns around as her eyes turn white and begin making creepy, raspy sounds. Mike backs off, and at first he thinks there was something in the pizza. Holy crap, is that a giant chicken? Or perhaps that cold pizza had something in it, because I might be tripping. Mike grabs a pan and tries to hit Chica, but Chica grabs the pan and throws Mike across the room as Mike falls in a bunch of pans. Oh, that's gonna hurt for a day. My poor back, you animal. The chicken turns his head around as it begins to laugh at Mike. As Chica begins to crawl like a spider and jump on Mike, as Mike dodges. Oh no. The chicken, being clumsy, does not notice the boxes of pizza that were punched in earlier by Mike. As Mike does another dodge, Chica falls in the boxes of pizza, making a huge cheesy mess. Chica begins to eat the pizza. Quite a messy eater she is. Seems she got distracted. Nice. Lucky me, again. Mike removes the sweat and turns on his flashlight and points it on as white eyes are seen in the darkness as he hears a raspy voice breathing on him. Mike turns to see Bonnie angry with white eyes and a raspier voice as Bonnie grasps his guitar and swings it at Mike like a knife. Mike rolls around on the floor, avoiding the guitar as he gets back up with a pan and hits Bonnie's face. No impact has been caused. Seems these things are strong. Mike drops the pan and tries to beg for mercy, but it's clear these things just want him dead. There is no mercy in Freddy's. Mike backs off and thinks of his next move. Whoa, whoa there, hold on, hey now. The guitar burns with sparks as the sparks hit Mike's vest. Darn, that was clean too. Mike rolls and gets rid of the sparks as he gets up as Bonnie tries to swing his guitar like an axe. Mike dodges, and it's a slow hit almost too. Beheading, miss me! It's like a game of cat and mouse. It's the most exercise Mike did too. Bonnie gets angry and begins to chase Mike to the office real quick as well. Mike panics and panics, but no time for that. He needs to focus on survival. Going to die, oh god. Mike runs to the office on panic as he doesn't notice Garrett So in the halls looking at him. Oh god, they can move. How? I thought this was a normal pizza place, not a saw trap. Mike turns to hear Bonnie running to the other door and scratching it with his arms, as Mike quickly shuts the other door with no hesitation. Bonnie is banging the door in anger as he pulls out his guitar and slices the door like a knife. Chica is punching the other door while scratching the door at the same time as she aims her cupcake at the window. The cupcake bites the window like a bulldog. Chica's eyes are black and white as her face is covering the door in horror. Mike closes his eyes as he hopes the night is almost over, hoping that the chaos is over as well. He keeps hearing banging in the doors. They won't stop until he's dead meat. These things are like animals, but they seem aware, very aware. Mike tries to get up, but when he does, the speakers get louder, screaming in his ear. It felt like sounds to him. I hear the secrets that you keep. Mike's ears hurt. The music is too loud for his taste. He's more of a nature guy. As Mike closes his eyes, he prays for his survival. Let this be over now. Please, leave me be. Out of nowhere, Mike opens his eyes to be awakened in the forest, but this time it's just him. As he turns to see a paper, he grabs the paper and reads the message. It's all blurry, but once again, he sees the ghost children. A blurry vision shows him a drawing of a kid crying, what seems to be. Mike isn't sure. It looks to be a blurry bear. What does it mean? Leaving the dream, then looking at the writing on the walls, it seems he's able to go back to where it all started, as now he's in his office. No screaming, no bunny, no chicken. As Mike looks into the monitors to see that everyone is in their place, Mike hears the clock chimes as he sees it's 6 a.m. He did it. He survived the first night. As he falls to the ground and is proud to be alive. Maybe. Night two. We made it to night two. So yeah, old sport. Yeah, really old sport. Let's get to night two. It's the next day, and Mike decides to come late at the shift since he had nothing interesting at the apartment. So why not chill at Freddy's? We see Mike in his office humming as he gets bored. He pulls out a photo of what seems to be papers, lots of them. Mike looks at the papers. He remembers that his evil aunt took his sister and won the case, all because he was not stable or able to take care of her. Mike wishes he was able to change his ways. Maybe he won't be alone anymore, as a tear falls into the papers. Mike also has something else he's done, but he does not remember what it is. We see the soul of Golden Freddy looking at Mike as Cassidy slowly enters the office and enters Mike's dreams. Mike's mind starts to hurt, but lucky for him, he brought his pills, and he takes them as he turns around and looks at the poster of Nevada. That should do. That should do. Mike closes his eyes as he daydreams back to his young years, the happy years. He is now with his parents, enjoying a barbecue with Garrett. They all smile and laugh. As Mike smiles, the whole dream gets distorted as Mike wakes up. Who ruined his dream? Who ruined his happiness? Mike hears the phone ring as he did not notice there was a phone there. Guess he was not paying attention. He thought the phone was something else when he first saw it. Guess he was the one that needed glasses, not Jeremiah. Hey, hey, see, told you can make it. Congrats. I won't talk as long since Freddy and his pals tend to get more active. Might as well check those cameras while you're at it. Oh, and check the lights too. Mike turns the lights on as he spends power as he quickly shuts the lights off. Power, he said. Okie dokie dokie. Mike seems to not care. He just wants the night to be done with. No danger, yeah, just check on them. Oh, and look at the Pirate's Cove. The character in there seems to be very full of energy. I guess he doesn't like being seen, huh? Mike rolls his eyes and turns the camera to Pirate's Cove, a dusty up curtain area. Is the fox in there? All Mike knows is he does not want to know what happens if he finds out. Huh, weird. It says out of order. The phone keeps speaking his chat as Mike was distracted with the broken down sign. Anyways, bet you got everything under control. Just keep your eyes on the monitors and yeah, talk to you soon. Suddenly, out of nowhere, Mike is about to press one of the cameras, but the static of the speakers begin to go wild, and the lights begin to flicker, and crazy things go up and down. As Mike quickly runs to the power switch, he notices Garrett in the hall doors, but when he turns the power off and it restarts, Garrett is no longer in the doors halls. He vanished like a ghost. I swear I saw him. Was it all in Mike's mind? Who knows? All he knows is he better get himself ready for one hell of a long time schedule. We see Vanessa looking at Mike in his office as Vanessa falls over a pizza box due to the static blinding her eyes. Darn it. Oh, wait, I'm not supposed to speak. Mike turns as he's curious. Something interesting finally happened. Hello there. I see you. Mike waves at the small officer as he saw the red light sign. He can tell with the face and all. Vanessa tries to act goofy, but she knows she can't keep this whole game going on. No, you don't. Mike pushes the pizza boxes as Vanessa gives up her hiding spot. Okay, fine, you got me. Hey there, old chum. The name's Vanessa. Mike is confused on why a random lady was hiding in some pizza boxes, but he does not question it. He's seen weirder things happen in life. Hello? Why are you stalking me? Vanessa looks at Mike in confusion. Weird that someone actually took the gig. Vanessa wipes the pizza stains off her body. She looks Mike in the eyes. And who are you supposed to be? The name's Vanessa Shelley, but just call me Vanessa. Vanessa shakes Mike's hands. Mike has never been this close to a woman. Yup, sorry for shaking your hands. Seems you do not look comfortable. No, it's fine. The name's I'm sorry, what is it? Mike slowly whispers. The name's Mike Smith. Takes a while for Mike to say his name. As Vanessa laughs, she seems to goof around a lot but still tries to act cool. She's glad that Mike forgot the whole stalking question. Mike's not good at remembering things. You know, I like you. You're a funny one, Mr. Smith. How about it? She sees Mike wearing a vest without a badge. It seems your badge ain't there, pal. Why are you not wearing it? Aren't you some type of security guard? You're gonna need a badge if so. What badge are you? Vanessa runs to the boxes of merch and grabs some goodies as she grabs a lollipop from the goodies as well. Kinda Mike is disgusted as it's almost like he wants to throw up. It was there since the 80s. Wouldn't that be expired? No, no, it's fine. Vanessa pushes the badges on Mike's vest real tightly to make sure it doesn't fall. There. Now you're official. She looks Mike in the eyes and smiles as she puts the lollipop in her mouth and spits it out. No, no, you're right. Truly a bad idea, anyways. Mike wants to laugh, but he's not in the mood right now. As Vanessa sees Mike's cuts, looks brutal. Ew, look like you're bleeding. Where did that come from? Mike looks at his cuts. How did that get in there? Oh, look, blood. Mike fades to the ground as Vanessa leans over to check the pulse. Oh, wow, he fainted. Lucky for me, I know where the aiding area is. At least he's not dead. Alright, let's get you over there, big fella. Vanessa drags Mike to the other room as everything fades to black. Mike wakes up to see Vanessa aiding him and wrapping some bandages on the cut. A lot of blood, but not too much. And we got it. Boom! Mike hears music from the radio. Oh, that's just radio music. I have quite a tune. It's a lullaby. Quite a nice lullaby. Reminds me of my young years. Mike knows the tune. Too Late for Tears. Quite a familiar tune. Mike knows this theme. He heard it back in the old times as well. Vanessa aids Mike as Vanessa looks at the Nevada poster. Ooh, Nevada. Why though? I have my personal reasons. Okay, okay, I get it. Vanessa nods as she seems to relate to Mike as she talks more about Freddy's. You seem to really know your way around the place. Vanessa laughs. Well, Freddy's is on my beat. I loved this place as a kid, but it's shut down. Vanessa looks at Mike and worried. You were acting quite strange when we first met. You good or you trying to get a date? Look, not really interested. It's just that it's been a weird night, you know. This place just feels weird. Vanessa looks around the room. It's a tight room, but quite a familiar room. She looks into the sky and then at Mike. Yup, that does sound like Freddy's. This place, it does things to people. It's one of the reasons you're gonna quit. The response weirds Mike out. Sorry, what? Quit? What are you trying to say? Vanessa switches up the topic real quick out of nowhere. Have you met them yet? Met who? Vanessa grabs Mike's hand in excitement. I got something to show you, or you're gonna love this. Where are we going? Stop dragging my hand. Stop. Mike can feel like his arm is being ripped apart. As Vanessa opens the arcade, the lights turn on and the arcades are being turned on as well. Vanessa skips over the arcades and looks over to the Showtime button, jumping up and down in excitement. There are some friends I want you to meet. Friends? Yeah, like the band. Oh, this is going to be so cool. Prepare to get your socks knocked off. Mike sees a poster with some missing kids as he rips it. What's this? Mike rips the paper off the walls and turns to Vanessa all distracted. Vanessa looks all in her own mind, in her own world, as she begins to tell Mike to get himself ready and grabs Mike to the show stage. You ready for the show? The show? Mike turns to see the animatronics singing. Wow, this is the best thing you've seen in your entire life? Mike sees Bonnie looking at him as Bonnie's eyes glow bright red. That guy seems aggressive. Oh no, he's actually quite a chill bunny, not that aggressive. Vanessa looks at Mike's hands. She blushes. She never felt anything like this before. She always felt lonely. She felt like she wanted to dance with this stranger. A dance will be nice about now. Want to dance? She says in a slow tone. Vanessa's hands get close to Mike as Bonnie strikes his guitar as the music stops and everything goes dark. What happened? Why did it stop? Maybe next time. Vanessa begins walking away, trying to avoid the talk, as Mike looks at the missing kids posters in the walls. About the missing kids. Do you know anything about this? Vanessa stops and turns around in fear. Yeah, some kids in the 80s went missing. That's how the place shut down. I don't like talking about it. Wait, what happened again? Vanessa sighs. It was pretty big news. I'm pretty sure you should have heard of it in the 80s. Oof, you really did not do your homework, did you? Before Mike could ask more, Vanessa gets a call, and she, for some reason, does not answer, but instead just turns to him. So, I heard some people went missing. You know anything about that? What are you? Look, the reason I'm here is because I was called to investigate some suspicious activity. You know anything about that? Because I have this random pill bottle in my hand. Where did you get? Found in the office, Mike. In Freddy's? You must be awake at all costs. No messing around. Mike sighs and looks outside. You want to go outside and chat? Mike and Vanessa head outside and sit on the curb of the pizzeria. As the two talk, the breeze hit him. Vanessa looks at the outside. She closes her eyes and opens them. She feels free as she hears Mike speak. So, I used to have a brother. His name was Garrett. And, well, there was a birthday party back when I was 12 in a accident, and it was very tragic. Vanessa knows the pain of accidents and tragedy. As Mike wipes his tears and looks Vanessa in the eyes, I wasn't there when the accident happened. I took the blame. I felt like an awful brother. Some say it was those bullies, some say it was my fault, I'm not sure. Mike wipes a bit of the tears and is reminded of what he thought he saw. There was someone else, but no one believed those rumors. It felt like all the blame was on me. Mike takes a deep breath and looks into the distance and turns to Vanessa in the eyes. So there's this theory that everything that happens in life, all the details, get stored in your brain. You just need to know where to look. The chat is curious as Vanessa's all ears. So you think you can find what actually happened in this accident about your brother? Yes, I know. I could. But you probably think I sound crazy right about now, and that you're gonna take me to some sort of asylum. Vanessa turns and looks into the sunset. She smiles. I know what crazy looks like, Mike. This is not it. As Vanessa looks down at the floor and asks Mike another question. You know, I had some crazy things I said. No one believed me, so I understand you. Mike smiles, his first smile in a long time. As Vanessa asks Mike another question. Hey, got any other family members? A question Mike was not expecting, but a welcome one. I had a sister, but my Aunt Jane, she won the case, 'cause I wasn't in good conditions, and they told me I was not fit anymore. Can you believe it? I lost my brother and my sister. Now I'm alone. And your aunt, is she? Well, she was a jerk. Not the best role model. Let's just say, when my parents died, me and my sister were left with my aunt. And let's just say she's not the best example of what would you call a carekeeper. A flashback cuts to Aunt Jane in the house with a teen Mike and a young Abby. Jane is smoking again and does not want to get the food for Mike and Abby. Aunt Jane, can we get food? Like, order food, please, Aunt Jane? Jane yells as she is annoyed and does not care for being a caregiver. No, go starve. She threw her cigarettes on us, drank to the point where I had enough. And when I was at the age of 18, I took Abby with me, and we went to a shed and hid there. We decided to stay there for a couple years until I was able to get home. And your aunt, did she ever try finding you two? No, she did not care. It's like she wanted us gone. Mike has a fist all grasped up. Vanessa could spot the fury in Mike's eyes. He seems to be going through a lot right now. We cut back to a teen Mike taking care of his young sister. Brother, are we safe in the shed? Are we going to have food? Mike laughs as he replies with, well, Abby, guess what? I stole Jane's credit card and her phone, so she cannot do anything about it. Oh, and here's her keys. Abby laughs along with her brother. Oh, and one more thing. We cut to Jane waking up tied into a chair. What the? Untie me now! No! I promise, sister, I will never let you get hurt by that bad woman. Thank you, brother. And what happened? Vanessa replies. Well, she came back and took her. And now I'm alone. Well, kinda alone. I had a dog, but it wasn't mine. It was my friend's Max. But now she won't answer my calls. Vanessa looks at herself and begins to sweat. Yeah, I wonder why. Vanessa switches up the subject as she pulls out the pills. And what are these for? The pills help me night after night go into the same dream. It helps me hear familiar sights and familiar sounds. You know, when my brother was in an accident, my mom committed suicide because she wanted another child. And when she made another, she ended up with Abby and yeah. Garrett might be gone, honey, but we can still make another Garrett, right? Let's have another baby. The whole idea went poorly. There's maybe a chance that we can be happy again. We cut to the hospital where it's revealed it's a girl. Mike's mom, her eyes are in tears as she's disappointed and stressed. It was supposed to be a boy. It was supposed to be Garrett. We can name her Abby, right? We can. Mike's mom begins to freak out, throwing stuff into the floor. No, I did not want this. It was supposed to be. It wasn't supposed to be this way. Fuck my life. Why is my life so cruel? Why, God, why? Mike mom's storms out of the hospital, leaving her baby all alone. So your mother lost herself because Abby was not Garrett? Yes, Garrett meant everything to her. But then the next thing happened that made my dad do something tragic. Mike's dad gets back from the hospital and enters the house, but hears nothing. Everything sounds so quiet. Honey, are you here? I found that Abby enjoys drawing. She's quite the artist at a young age. Look at the picture of her friends. Silence. Honey? Okay, I'm just gonna put this on the fridge. The dad walks up to the fridge as he sees the money he has collected to buy the new ring he was going to buy for his wife. The dad walks upstairs. Honey, I was thinking of me and you should go to the store and see some stuff for a new but Mike's dad lights up and switch as he stops in horror. It seems Mike's mom has hanged herself. We cut Mike we cut back to Mike wiping his tears. Mike's father's in shock. He cannot believe his eyes. Honey? The drawing he had falls to the ground as the tears fall on the floor. So yeah, my dad just left and well, he never came back. He always blamed me. He couldn't handle it. We see what happened to Mike's father as Mike's dad goes into the ocean as he grabs a picture of his family. See you on the other side. A gunshot is heard and that's all we know for now. Mike turns around to Vanessa in tears. Back when me and Garrett were kids, our parents, we were such a happy family. Like perfect parents you'll see on those old TV shows. We had everything. We hold hands, give grace. That sounds quite nice. Vanessa wishes she had what Mike had. Mike laughs a bit, but not much. But it's some sort of laugh. Sounds goofy, but then it's gone. Vanessa looks Mike in the eyes. You still have a chance to change things, Mike. From where I sit, you, my good sir, are lucky. Vanessa snatches the pills off Mike and throws them over the road as a taxi car runs it over. My pills, the hell you do that for? Look, no more sleeping on the job, Mike. When you're at Freddy's, you stay alert. Mike sees Vanessa gets up as she gets a call from the station. Well, I should go. I have some personal business to attend to. It's been nice talking to you, Mike. Night shift has ended. How lovely. Mike sees Vanessa drop a tape on the floor. As Mike quickly grabs it and hides it in his bag, he waits for Vanessa to leave the area. Okay, let's see what's actually going on. As Mike turns around to see some writing in the walls. Getting closer. Vanessa gets in her car and drives off. During the drive off, she sees in the mirror the yellow rabbit. It's a reflection of the one who won't let her go. He's finding out the clues. Stop him. Kill him now. I won't. Leave me alone. Get out of my head. Do it or else. Vanessa's mind begins to glitch and her sanity goes crazy. Vanessa's head hurts. She really wants this demon out of her mind. Stop it. Just get out of my head. A car goes by as Vanessa stops her car. She looks back to the mirror to see the yellow rabbit gone. She puts her palm on her head. At least he's gone for now. As she parks in her parking seat, Vanessa walks to her dorms as she sees Judy, another officer, one of her roommates, a purple hair, tomboyish female who for some reason arrived to Vanessa's dorm room out of nowhere. But she's also an officer, so that's why she shares a room with Vanessa. But man, was she a wreck to live with. Right now, she's watching TV, and the volume is loud enough to give anyone a headache. Even she herself could be having one right now as we speak. Lame, lame. Oh, here's a good one Willy's Wonderland. Looks corny. Judy turns to see her friends. has arrived as she jumps off the bed, almost breaking it. So, how's it been, Vanny? Want to watch this movie with me? I told you I hate that nickname. Now please take off that hat. That's mine. Judy removes the hat, giggling. She loves being a goofball at times, but seems Vanessa's being serious right now. Sorry, I just thought it was funny. Look, I understand what you're going through. I'm just trying to brighten up the mood. Judy throws the hat at Vanessa as Vanessa grabs it. No, it's okay, Judy. Just had a long day. Judy doesn't let Vanessa finish her sentence as she throws a paper ball at the trash can. Bullseye! Hell yeah! Hey, Ness, wanna try? Vanessa lays her hand in her bed, tired. It's been a long night. No, let me sleep. She turns to the TV, seeing a janitor breaking down some costume things. That's what she sees. She isn't sure what she sees. Can you put that volume down? My head hurts. Turn that movie off, or put headphones, or put an alternative. Ugh. She gives up with any choices for films or suggestions and just tells Judy to turn off the TV. Vanessa grabs a pillow, putting it against her head as she slams her head against the pillow. As Judy looks around the room and plays some tunes on her headphone playlist. Fine, whoa, what happened to you? Is it the pizzeria mystery you were talking about? Judy could see the pizza stains on Vanessa's hands and right side. Yep, bingo, Judy, that's the one. Vanessa makes a ta-da sound with her hands. Judy sits in her bed, swinging her legs and head, wanting answers. So, how was the pizzeria? What happened this time? Give me all the details. Should Judy really know Vanessa's business? Eh, why not? It won't hurt her to know. Today was weird. Saw a guy. He looked miserable and tired. Judy asked the very obvious question one would ask when a guy is being mentioned. Was he cute? Look, I don't really care, but perhaps you care and all that stuff. Look, Judy, I really don't want to get into relationships and all that now. Judy gets up and looks worried for her best friend. Look, Shelley, I worry about you, and I got your back if anything happens. All you need is in the phone. Just call me, okay? Plus, you need a relationship. You can't be alone forever. Vanessa laughs as she never ever thought anyone would want to be with her due to the way she's been. Judy leaves and closes the door slowly. It's been cracking lately. Night night, Rumi. Good luck on your secret mission. And she throws a peace sign and winks and closes the door. How is she so positive? Jeez. Vanessa shuts the lights as she witnesses Cassidy in the distance. What's the ghost girl doing here? Why is she in Vanessa's mind right now, of all moments? Cassidy looks at Vanessa in a stern look. Vanessa could tell Cassidy isn't here to be friends right now. No, there's something else she's here to ask. You could have saved us all. You could have ended everything. Why didn't you? The ghost girl walks up to Vanessa. She tilts her head with tears in her eyes. Vanessa just looks in sadness. She feels guilty not wanting to speak, but yells from the bottom of her lungs. You know my father. He's a sick monster. He'll never understand. Or listen. Cassidy hushes Vanessa and walks over her like she is beneath the poor officer. You cover for them. We know he hurt you, but you cover for him. Still, why though? Vanessa reasons with the ghost girl. Maybe she'll understand. Look, I'm still your friends, right? Like you said, the wind blows as Cassidy is gone. The purple dust covers Vanessa's view. Vanessa hears a voice in the distance, a very light voice. We know who our friends are, and you are not one of them. Vanessa wakes up as it's still nighttime. As she's sweating and looks to the window, she cries and covers herself in the blanket. She tries to get some shut eye, hoping the nightmare will end soon, as the clock soon hits 6 a.m. Alright, we made it in night three. We're in night three, guys. Night three. Mike leaves the pizzeria as he sees it starts to rain. He has no umbrella, so time for a second option. Mike calls for a taxi. As he waits, we see a taxi arrive, bright and yellow, as the taxi driver pulls down the window. Sup? How can I help today? Mike is in a hurry as he opens the door and seatbelt quick. I'm gonna need your ID, please. Mike screams, slamming his hand on the seat like a toddler. Just hurry and take me home. Jeez, man, calm down. I did nothing to you. We good? The taxi driver turns around playing his tunes. Guess no ID. First, it was some random dude in glasses talking about seeing you in the flip side. Now this sleepy man? Why do I always get the weirdos? Mike looks at the tape as he grasps it tightly. This could be give me the answers. Okay, we made it. That'll be Mike leaves the taxi without paying. He's going to regret that in the future. Bro, I need to get paid. Whatever. The taxi driver drives off as Mike runs to his broken down apartment. As he opens it and sits down and plays the tape. The tape seems to not play at first, as Mike blows the tape off with the dust, the same way he did back at the pizzeria. The tape opens with some static, but quickly plays with sirens as it shows the police cars and hospital and an ambulance vehicle. Yellow wrapping paper is also shown and a lot of posters in the back. Mike is not able to read the posters as the video cuts to a lady looking at the pizzeria being wrapped up as she turns to the screen and talks in a sad tone. Tragedy tonight at a local pizzeria where five children who were attending a birthday event suddenly and out of nowhere vanished in thin air. Let's head inside for more. Police are escorting some people as they wrap up in some parts of the areas. What lurks in those shadows? Mike continues to watch the tapes to find answers as he is stuck to the screen full of static. It's still. At least it's visible, not broken down. We cut to the parents crying in the pizzeria as multiple police officers surround the area. A lot of officers. How tragic was this event? It's a shocker Mike did not know this happened. Was this hidden from the public? He never saw this in the news. The mother speaks as her voice is haunting. The screams are heard in her minds as she yells for her child, the one she never got to raise ever again. So I had one of my kids eating and playing games, and all of a sudden, gone, nowhere in sight. Oh, I hope my dear Cassidy is okay. I also worry for the other parents' children. The camera turns to another parent, very in panic. My poor Susie, it was her birthday today. I bought her that dog she always wanted. Not only is she gone, but the dog is also gone too. A birthday party gone wrong. All the fault of one tragic mistake. It's your fault, little one. The TV glitches out as Mike hits it again and again, as it shows children screaming in the back with birthday hats, and Mike sees, just for a flinch second, Susie's dead corpse in the suit as the video flicks back to the news footage. Was that? Mike got the picture. He now understands as he's shocked and scared of what he just witnessed. The police begins wrapping some walls with yellow tape and taking photos. The news reporter lady gets a weird smell. It's coming from what? Smells like something died. You all smell that? Where's that coming from? The officers reply with. The news reporter lady turns her head around the animatronics. They smell like blood and mucus. It's disgusting. We see the news reporter lady walk up to a girl. The girl looks scared but holds her guard. Hey, little girl, you know anything about what happened? And what's that smell? I. We see a man with a grin walk up and tell the girl to say nothing. As he talks to the news reporter lady, I can tell you, lady, that she knows nothing. But here at Fazbear Entertainment, we'll make sure that all the kids will be found. And that smell is for the scare. Nothing to worry about. Right, daughter? Yes, my father is right here. Nothing wrong here. Mike looks closer at the girl's face. It seems she is scarred by something. Just a look in her eyes. It seems she looks scared. We see the rest of the parents crying as they are brought out of the pizzeria. Static continues as Mike tries to remove the tape from his TV, but he's unable to. The TV begins to make a huge screaming noise. It sounds like the lights are beginning to flicker everywhere in Mike's home. As Mike runs to the lights, he stops as he hears screaming noises of the children screaming. Follow the yellow rabbit again and again, as the tears of the children scream in Mike's minds. Follow me, follow me, follow me. Mike goes downstairs to the generator. As he pulls the generator down, one last scream is heard. It sounds like a golden bear crying. Mike turns to see a child crying. As he gets closer, he's jump scared by the child's bloody tears. As he wakes up just to see he's back in his office. Mike turns around and sees a poster with some writing. Remember Garrett? You know the events. You know how it happened. It's the ghost girl again. She vanishes once more. Turn out, Turns out he was in his third night shift. He's learning more as he goes. What is this? Is this some sort of clue? Mike hears the phone ring as his panic gets worse. Oh, hello there. Whoa, you're doing great. Most people do not last this long. Not implying they die, but like that would be crazy. Get ready. Things are getting real tonight. Some advice: if they do manage to get in your office, play dead. Oh wait, perhaps do not do that. Yeah, scratch that. Maybe it's best to not get caught. Anyway, see you on the flip side. The phone guy is always acting strange. Why though? Time for Mike to find out for himself. Mike decides to leave the office as he walks up to the stage with full confidence in his hands. Alright, you furry creatures, time to reveal who you really are. Mike smells an rotten odor. It's like someone died, like the news reporter lady said on the TV. Oh dear God, what is that smell? Mike covers his nose to not smell the terrible odor. How did he not smell it before? Mike is about to step up to the stage when he hears a sound. This is a different sound. Sounds like a voice? Hide if you want. It did not save the others. It will not save you. Mike turns around and is knocked by the head by a dark bunny shaped figure grasping a knife. We made it in night four. So yeah, we're in night four now. It's time we make it a night four. Micah is getting himself dragged as his body feels hopeless. He begins to wake up as he sees the yellow rabbit hiding in the distance playing a tape. The rabbit is tall and messy, laughing all sinister. Seems he's working on something. Mike slowly leans but ponders if he should take a look. Should I get closer? Why not? Mike hides in the back, hoping the rabbit does not see him. As Mike sweats and fears, he drops some pizza boxes. It makes a lot of sound, and that is not what he wants in this moment. Come on, shit. The yellow rabbit turns around as he slides his knife in the walls and whistles. The rabbit humming gets louder as the knife slices the walls with blades of fire. Mike looks up as he sees the rabbit getting closer. His toes are heavy, stomping just those are enough to stomp a person's head blood wide open. Mike might be boned. He messed up big time, more than he ever did in the past. Mike crosses the floor as he spots a vent. As he crosses further, he hears the yellow rabbit breathing with body bags, multiple, as the rabbit tilts his head around, looking around the area. Mike takes a closer look, as each of the bags have name tags. While the rabbit is breathing heavy, the lights go on and off. The rabbit begins to whistle, leaving the area, not until Mike is able to smell a disgusting odor. I'm gonna be sick. Mike covers his mouth to not make much noise, as he's not sure the rabbit is gone yet. Mike almost vomits, but he keeps his guard. He doesn't want to make too much noise now, or he'll be caught. Mike throws up a bit, but slowly and quietly. He cannot handle the smell as he gets up and begins running to the entrance. It's close. Mike tries to get back to the office as the phone with static gets all noisy, screaming in pain. Phones could feel pain? Perhaps the phone can. It always talks like it's alive, some sort of phone guy. The speaker yells in Mike's ears, "It's your fault." The word repeats and repeats. It's your fault. It's your fault. It's your fault. The phone yells loudly as the phone sounds like children crying in pain. The same sound Mike kept hearing back in his home. Mike hangs up as his head begins to hurt. He turns to the phone, turning on again by itself. Hey, listen. I may not be around to send a message. Banging could be heard in the background. Look, it's been a terrible night for me. I'm so glad I was able to record my message for you when I could. Um, do me a favor, when you go back to the back room, can you check the suits? I always wonder what they had in there. Mike's eyes sweat in fear as he sees what was in that room. Tragic, dark even. I'm going to try and hold out until, oh no, come on, 5 a.m., almost here. Mike hears a loud jump scare from the phone. As the call ends, it sounds like screaming and bloody bones crushing. We cut to see what happened to the phone guy. His body is seen in a suit, all mangled up. His eyeballs is ripped from his socket. In the cameras, we spot the yellow rabbit swiping his knife. As the TV static turns on, we see Kim hiding in the corner. Look, I'm trying to hide. Look, I had enough. He's out there. This place is not as innocent as it seems. Oh no, I think he found me. Kim covers her mouth, but she knows the yellow rabbit can hear her breathing as the lights begin to flicker over and over. The TV static gets more distorted as all we hear is screaming. The door to Mike's left opens out of nowhere. Lucky him, that's what he thinks. Freedom, just gotta go. Mike dusts himself off and out of sweat. He runs straight to the door, not knowing it's a trap, as the door closes by itself again. Mike begins to panic as he turns around and sees a random note on the floor next to him. Was this in the door the whole time? He grabs it as his eyes get wider. It can't be. The text reads, Do you remember now, brother? Mike's eyes in fear gets all goosebumps and he looks in the writing in the walls. He gets closer and interacts with the walls as a golden bear grabs his hand. Cassidy is summoned as she looks at Mike. Remember him? Remember the events now, Mike? Mike looks at the note, and after seeing the yellow rabbit, this rabbit looks familiar. And seeing the birthday party, he remembers what actually happened. It's his fault. He awakens in Fredbear's family diner as he witnesses that his brother was not getting dragged by the bullies, nor him. It was the yellow rabbit, and it is also his fault for not being around to save his brother. Mike sees his younger self outside playing with the other kids as his younger self enters the diner to see his dead brother bitten off headless. The younger version of Mike cries as he witnesses his brother disappear in front of him. Carrot! Mike looks at the moment as Cassidy is showing him as Mike breaks down in tears. I did not save him. Why was I too late? I am an awful brother. Mike cries as he feels the soul of Garrett grabbing his shoulder. He turns around and sees his brother. You can still save us, dear brother. Doubtful, full of doubt, Mike has lost hope of ever saving anyone. How can I save you? I couldn't have saved Abby from being taken from her evil aunt. You'll find out soon. Before Gary could say more, the dreams become all messy as Mike's mind gets all ruined as the world gets glitched out with its me written everywhere in blood. What's going on this time? Cassidy pops up in the shadows as she prepares her plan. Hello, Mike. What is this? What are you doing? Why are you doing this? Mike yells as he turns again and again. Answer me. Where are we? That's not the question you should be asking. Cassidy points to show it's Mike's family all together again. As Cassidy turns to see Mike's family smiling, she changes the topic and her plan is in full motion. Ah, the once happy family you knew. So you know what happened to Garrett. You saw what actually happened. It was not your fault, but you were not there to help. Mike breaks down in tears. He knows the real monster. It's not him. I'm not to blame. It's the rabbit. It's him. Cassidy enters Golden Freddy to mess with poor Mike's mind. This whole time the yellow rabbit was to blame, but nobody believed you. Now look at you, all washed up, being all alone. You're scared you'll be all alone forever, probably scared of dying alone. Mike gets down on his knees crying as he pulls out part of an airplane. He really did like this plane. It was his favorite toy when we were young. He always said he wanted to be a pilot. He always loved pulling the strings off this airplane. Mike drops the plane to the ground as he wipes away in tears. But now that dream is just a dream. Now, never to be fulfilled, ever. I wish I could go back and just stop that evil bunny. I want to see my brother again. I feel so guilty. Mike punches the floor as he squeezes his chest. Mike breaks down in more tears as he's in pain. He can't do this anymore. What's the point for him? He ponders. You don't have to be alone anymore. I can fix that. Cassidy leaves Gwen and Freddy and walks up to Mike. You poor, poor thing. It's going to be okay. Mike is confused as he wipes his tears and holds on to the airplane. What if I told you that bite accident? I could fix everything. All you have to do is give me Abby. I'm sorry, Abby? My sister? Why do you want her? Let's just say my friends are big fans of her. Multiple moments in Mike's mind show multiple moments of Abby. Is she worth the sacrifice, new brother? A voice in Mike's mind is telling him, as it's like a warning to Mike. But Mike is in loss in his own guilt to pay attention. Cassidy's manipulation is working as she continues her speaking. You heard me. Just give us your sister, and that accident and your guilt goes away. Look, she makes all of us happy. You'll be happy, we'll be happy. Fair trade, right? Happy. Cassidy walks up to Mike all wicked, like twirling her hair. Well, you see, Mike, my friends, they like your sister, and we want her to be one of us, and she'll become one of us. What? It's a simple deal. Deal for a deal. She'll stay with us while you stay with them. Mike turns to see his family just smiling, sitting in the table. As Cassidy returns to Golden Freddy and tells Mike, look behind you, Mike. It's your happiest day. Mike turns to see everyone in the birthday room smiling at him and sees Garrett as well. It feels so real. A breeze hits Mike's head. The dream does not feel like a dream. Mike is still asleep as he does not hear Foxy getting closer. Dum-dum-dum-dum-dum. The ghost girl walks around Mike like a shadow. Don't you want to be happy again, Mike? You can be together again. Isn't this what you wanted? Do you trust us? Garrett speaks in a slow tone, making Mike feel guilty. Yeah, Mike, do you trust us? Don't you trust your family, dear? Mike is not allowed to say no now. He needs to say yes. A no would make him feel terrible. Mike is in shock as his head is confused. He looks young as he turns to see his mom tickling Garrett, as Garrett is laughing with his toy plane while his mom is drinking soda. They love him, Mike. It's like a new family member to them. Garrett laughs as his laughter stops and begins to have an angry look. The soda falls to the floor, all crushed in pieces. I told you to watch him. None of this would have happened if you just watched him. Dad left because of you. He's gone because of you. Her voice tone changed. Mike's mom throws the soda to the ground and looks Mike in the eyes with anger in her eyes. I tried, it's just that. Mike turns to see his father flipping burgers all angry, burning the burgers as the smoke reflects his eyes. Did you really? Did you really try, son? If you tried, none of this would have happened. The dad seems angrier, unlike earlier. Mike gets closer to his family in tears. Mike could hear Garrett speak. Play with me, Mike. Play. It's been so long since you left. Trust us. Mike's tears falls as he's lost it. Cassidy closes her eyes as the deal is going to be set in stone. She won this game. So, what do you say, Mike? Want to be happy again? Or do you want to live a life where no one would ever love or care about you ever again? Mike's mind is broken. He's not aware of what he's going to do. He is vulnerable as Cassidy has manipulated the poor soul. Mike does not want to live like this anymore. The stress, the pain, nothing feels right anymore. He's not suicidal. He just wants what was taken from him. His brother, his family. Yes, I want you to come back to me. I need my brother as he needs me. The mom is in disappointment as she speaks up to Mike. It's for the best, Mike. You were never the right person to take care of her, anyways. Mike is confused. Why'd the change in mood? Wait, what? Mike guilt gets up to him again as he drops the smile he once had for a bit. It's not my fault. Look, I could fix the mistake. I know I can, but perhaps it's too late. Cassidy slowly leaves going to Freddy as she smiles all wickedly. It's not too late? What do you say, Smith? Is it a deal then? Cassidy walks over Mike like a shadow with lullaby music. I could fix you, just give me what I want. Mike agrees with the deal. A mistake, a burden he caused. Yes, I want my family back. I want to fix. Mike's hand slowly covers Garrett's tears, but then he sees Abby in a reflection of Garrett's mind. Mike slowly remembers the promise he made. I promise, sister. I'll never let you get hurt by that bad woman ever again. Thank you, brother. Mike's eyes fall in tears. In the purple smoke, he realizes what he's done. What have I done? Cassidy vanishes and laughing in the distance as Mike's eyes open as he sees his family disappear with red, glitchy eyes effects. As they all scream and Mike falls to the floor. It's all an illusion. You're fake. I have to wake up now. Time stops as Mike gets back up. He knows he's still hallucinating, but he's unable to get himself back together. What have I done? No, 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 this is not right. I know you're all out there. The ghost children laugh as they begin to run around the forest. I hear the secrets that you keep. The ghost children repeat this tune over and over as they're mocking him. I made a mistake. Step away from my sister. She isn't yours. Back off. Mike is slashed by each of the ghost children, yelling, You won't die, you won't die, you won't die. The foxy kid runs, slashing part of Mike's leg. Dum 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 dum. Freddy's laughter is heard in the distance as well, as Mike falls on the ground and looks up and hears Abby's name. It's like they're mocking him. Mike yells, holding on to his bleeding wounds. Tell me who took my brother. You promise. A promise is a promise, right? A laugh is heard with dark echo screams. I already did. Mike feels uneasy and turns to see a drawing of a rabbit as he looks up. Mike wakes up tied to a chair as the music begins to feel eerie in the speakers. The sound of children screaming in pain gets louder and louder as Mike attempts to remove the nails off the seat. The blades of the mask gets closer and closer, no escape. Seeing death is near for poor Mike, as the screams are louder and louder as the pain of the children stop. The nails were loose a bit, like someone has messed with them before. Mike suddenly is able to escape the trap as the blades crush the chair as he falls to the ground. He crawls back to his suit. It's no normal suit though. The suit has His friends Max, all lifeless, covered in blood, as Mike turns to see Carl ripped apart, headless, no face. Screams are heard in the speakers as Mike looks to see Hank's body covered in blades and his hand bone crushed open in a suit. Mike looks to see a crushed up Jeff covered in blood scars. He seems to have a ripped open stomach hanging from a hook. Mike spots the two bloody bags, but only sees the body parts of a name tag and Bob. Kim is not there though. Mike wakes up in tears, all beat up and bloodied as he begins to leave the area. He runs and runs and gets to the exit door. Open, you bet. Mike hears a familiar tune. It's the Toreador March as the whole pizzeria power goes out. As he turns to see Freddy covered in blood from his mouth, as he drops the half legs in the ground. Freddy has white eyes as he looks at Mike. Mike sees the body and it's a name tag. It says Kim. That's what he did to her? You're sick. Mike punches on the door, kicking it. Open, open now, you son of a... The bear grasps Mike and charges at Mike like an animal. Mike screams at the door as it still won't budge. The power outrage has ruined his ability to see, and seems this is the end of the line. He's not going to survive this night. This time, what are the chances that? Vanessa out of nowhere opens the door and shocks Freddy, dropping him to the floor. You good? Vanessa pulls out her hand out to Mike. Mike in horror looks at the arm and head of a child shown on Freddy. Come on, I'll get you out of here. Time to go somewhere safe. They don't stay on the ground for long. Freddy gets back up as Vanessa pulls Mike outside and quickly closes the door as Freddy begins to punch the door with his distorted voice. I hear the secrets that you keep when you're talking in your sleep. Freddy shuts down for a while, but it's not going to be for long. As Vanessa takes Mike as they speed to a diner, it's shut down as they prepare to go to Sparky's. We'll talk there, then go somewhere private. Wait, why here? Why not? Vanessa cuts Mike's words short. Why is Vanessa acting so strange? Mike ponders. Vanessa looks both ways like she's in a hurry. I'm hungry. Plus, he is watching. Mike wonders who is watching. Is it the yellow rabbit? He ponders more. Mike is curious to know who Vanessa is talking about, but he knows she won't answer his question. Vanessa ignores Mike's question as she remembers about her friend in the car. She could drive them to Sparky's. Lucky for you, one of my friends, Judy, in that car would drive us to Sparks. She would. Vanessa's car explodes out of nowhere with the cop in the car blowing up in flames. Both Vanessa and Mike stare at the burning cars. Vanessa turns to see Golden Freddy laughing at her. Vanessa screams for her friends as Mike looks to see Cassidy gone like a ghost once again. Judy, hold on, I'm coming, wait. Vanessa runs to the burning car and tries to kick the door open as she tries to grab Judy, but Judy is stuck in the car. Judy knows her time is up as she responds with, Shelly, is that you? Thank you for being such a good friend. Vanessa is not going to let her friend die yet as she tries to remove her from the car with no success. Can I call you Vanny? Vanessa stops as she knows it's not possible. There's no stopping the inevitable. Vanessa smiles as she tells Judy only she can call her that. Yeah, you can. I'm gonna miss you, bestie. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Judy smiles as her entire car is burning quickly. Okay, Manny. Thank you for being a great. Vanessa is unable to get Judy out of the cars. Mike pulls Vanessa out of the way. The car blows up as Vanessa witnesses her only friend perish in her eyes. Judy was on Vanessa's friend, the only one who understood her, the one who truly cared for her. No, no, why? Why? Vanessa screams from the top of her lungs as she cries in pain. Vanessa closes her eyes as she falls in anger. Why is she doing this? I'm not sure, but now we're gonna need a new ride. Judy's hands could be seen in the burning car in the windshield, all burned up. It's the spirit Cassidy. She broke my car and blew up the cop. She killed my best friend. It's okay, we're gonna find a way to stop her. For some reason, Mike did not see anyone though. Strange. No need to ponder about that now. How are we going to get to the burger place now? I have a way. Taxi! Vanessa pulls out a picture of her and Judy. You're in a better place, my friend. Mike feels bad. He knows how it feels to lose a lot. We see a cab driver arrive. He knows Vanessa. They met before. Sup? And oh, for Freddy's sakes. Mike did not pay. Why, Vanessa? Why did you bring the hate case here? Look, I'll pay for him. Just drive us to Sparky's, please. How? No, I do not want him in my car again. Well, technically, it's the company's car. Vanessa gets annoyed and begins to scream. Do it, or I swear to God, I'll. Okay, okay, calm down. Why are you so aggressive? Hey, Mike, this your lady? You need to find better taste in women, man. You have awful taste. Sorry, she can get quite angry at times. Shelly, lower your temper. You're gonna get us in issues. Vanessa rolls her eyes as she's not in a good mood right now. As Mike grabs Vanessa and calms her down, they both enter the taxi. The taxi driver cleans and wipes his windshield. There are only weirdos in this area. The cab driver drives in the Sparkies as he responds with one word. Multiple as well. I need to quit my job and become a famous person. That sounds more safe. The two arrive at Sparky's diner and are greeted by Ness. Hey there, welcome to. Vanessa slams her hand on the table and announces random orders. Okay, Buster, make our order quick. He asked for no pickles. I didn't ask for anything. We have no time. Quick, chop chop. Okay then, thankfully for you, we have the order. Quick, while you wait, do you want to hear about some stories? Some say it's just a theory, but Vanessa snatches the food and leaves the diner. Okay, thanks for visiting. We have the breakfast options if you don't mind. Mike turns around to slowly apologize. As later on, we see Vanessa eating a burger. So, are you going to. Have you heard of stress eating, Mike? Mike thinks about it when he ate the cookies, but reminds himself about the betrayal. I heard of lying and betrayal. Vanessa places her burger on the ground and sighs. Look, I cannot tell you about what happened, okay? It could have all gone wrong. Everything would have gone wrong. Vanessa puts down the burger as she looks at Mike. As Mike responds with, Vanessa, those robots killed my best friend. Max and her friends, I do not give their kids in suits. Plus, they tried to kill me multiple times, in fact. Do you ever question that? They tried to kill me? You don't understand. The kids are not the monsters, Mike. They are, oh my god, they are killing innocent people and me. What are you saying? Are you high off something right now? Mike, stop. They aren't innocent. Everyone isn't innocent. Max was the only friend I had, and now she's gone because of you. You ain't the only one who lost someone, right? Mike puts his head down and lowers his tone. He knows Vanessa seems to be going through a lot right now. Look, I'm sorry, okay? It's just my life is, in shambles. I wonder why continue, right? You seem happy all the time when we first met. Now look at you. Vanessa rolls her eyes around and closes them as tears fall from her eyes. You think I had a happy life? You have no idea what I've been through. You know about the missing kids accident? You know how there was a little girl in that tape? What are you trying to say? Why are you. That little girl is me. Let me grab a photo from my desk while I'll tell you a story. A flashback cuts to a young Vanessa in the pizzeria again. The grand reopening. You see, I was there when those kids lost their lives to the one they called the Yellow Rabbit. I was so scared to do anything because I was scared to see what he would do to me. There you go, all silent, you stupid kids. Decided to follow me, and now your fate is in my bloody hands. I was scared, abused, lost by him. He broke me. Vanessa shows her scars and bruises to Mike. I could not have only saved your brother, but the other children as well, if it wasn't for him being the worst. He hurt me. If I say anything, he killed my mother and my brother. The rabbit turns around with a grin as the evil father with red eyes and silver eyes appears. Dear young one, do not fear, for when I kill these children, they will become a part of our family. And if you tell anyone, I'll murder you too. I promise I'll keep my mouth shut. That's a good girl. We cut back to now as Vanessa looks Mike in the eyes, showing her the rest of the scars and bruises from being abused from the monster. Mike in anger asks, who is this? I want his name. Mike wants revenge and he wants this person to suffer for what he all he did. Vanessa hands Mike the photo and notices something familiar. Not the person, but the object. A paper airplane and the yellow rabbit mascot. Him. That's him. The one in the photo? They call him William Afton. He's my father. Vanessa cries, breaking down, covering her head in panic, her eyes all in tears. Mike's eyes, in fear, flashbacks to the yellow rabbit putting his little brother's head on Fredbear's mouth. I knew about all the evil he has done. Very, very cruel, bad man. You knew? He was your father. You must have known. Why did you not say anything? All I knew was about the evil deeds, not about your brother. And how many did he kill? 5. Only. I'm not sure if there was more. Do you know anything about if my brother Garrett being in those things? Vanessa holds her head in stress as she holds her head in sorrow. No, he was before. Vanessa pulls out another photo of her with the fixed robots and gives it to Mike. That was me. Those things, they made me happy. They were like my friends, hell, family. This was taken during the grand opening. Mike notices a plane. It's the same plane his brother had at Fred's family diner. Mike throws the paper to the ground and looks at Vanessa. Tell me how to stop them. Not only him, but them. Tell me how to free their souls now. I know how, I know where he'll be, though. But you have to promise me you can stop him. Come with me, please. No, after the stuff I went through, I cannot do that. You owe it to me and you owe it to them. Please don't make me. He really messed you up, didn't he? In Vanessa's head, we hear the screams of the kids as they yell, Follow the yellow rabbit, follow the yellow rabbit. Vanessa hands Mike the keys and a taser, all Mike needs to give those monsters a beating. A taser, it will not stop them, but it should do some damage, and if you're lucky, survive your final night. She looks to the exit door and points for Mike to leave. Now go. Please end their suffering. And him. Save me. Save us. Mike walks up to Vanessa and Pinky promises. I promise, okay? You have nothing to worry about. Mike breaks down the door and looks for a way to get to Freddy's quick. As Mike sees the taxi driver jamming out to his tunes. Da, da, staying alive. Hey, what are you doing? Mike grabs him and removes him from the vehicle. Sorry, I'm gonna need this. Hey, that's my car. You can't. And once again, he's gone. Just great. He took my car. The taxi driver calls up for a friend for a pickup. Hey, Ryan? Yeah, I'm gonna need you to pick me up. Yeah, I know you're busy, but this is an emergency. Corey could hear the message go to voicemail. You have message. Utter Ryan. If you want to speak to Ryan, please stand by. The call goes on hold. Ryan? Ryan? The taxi driver screams, crushing his phone to the floor. Son of a bitch. Meanwhile, Mike is driving a taxi to the pizzeria. As he sees silver eyes on the window, he needs to remove it as he hits the metal to the pedal to prepare for his last night. So yeah, we're in the last night, guys. Guys, I think I'm bleeding. Oh no. Hold on. Oh, am I bleeding? Oh no, guys, I'm bleeding. Hold on. So yeah, we made it to the last night, guys. Night 5. Alright, guys, we made it to night 5. Night 5 is gonna be insane. Like, this is where, like, stuff, like, gets real. Kind of well we made it to night 5. Alright, night 5. Mike begins to drive the taxi car to the pizzeria as he breaks down the pizzeria doors with the car. Oh dear, I'm gonna need to pay for this car. It's not even mine. Oh no, that taxi man's gonna kill me. Mike does not worry about that now. There's more important things he needs to worry about. Mike leaves the broken car as he grabs the taser near him, opening up the vents and pushing down the vents and entering the building of Freddy's. He hears one of the robots coming near him and turns to shock Freddy. Take that, you Fazbear freak. He kicks the bear to the side, injuring a bit of his toe. Mike felt powerful. He took out the star of the attraction, but it still hurts his toe. Screw you, Freddy. Not so scared now, are you? Freddy falls to the ground, shutting down, no longer a threat, it seems. As Mike looks up to see Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy looking at him, Foxy turns his head around and begins to make a running pose. That was him. I didn't do anything. Mike throws Freddy's hat to the side as he gulps. It's running time. A chase ensues. Mike runs to the office as Foxy is chasing him with his hook, trying to swipe it at him with like a knife. Oh god, he's quick. He slides in the door and shuts it down as he makes a hard hit. Sounds like Foxy is hitting the door, knocking it as he lifts it up the door as Mike looks to see it's wasting power. Mike sees a pan on the floor from earlier as he grabs it and opens the door and knocks Foxy to the floor. Mike grabs a taser and tases Foxy multiple times. That should do the trick, matey. Mike grabs Foxy near the door and is about to shut the door on him when Bonnie arrives and pushes Mike to the ground. Oh Lord, my back. Oh God, my back, man. I'm old. Wait a minute. I'm 25. Never mind. Bonnie is about to land his guitar on Mike when Mike dodges the guitar and grabs the taser. Hey, Bonnie, look at the water bucket. Bonnie does not notice the water in the ground placed earlier during Mike's cleaning session. As Mike shocks the taser in the water, as Bonnie begins to blow up to the ground, causing an entire explosion and dust. Take that, you bunny bitch. Who's the victor here? Mike hears Chica pushing the door to the walls. Seems there's one more. As Chica is trying to talk, but all Mike hears is a raspy, distorted voice. Stay away from me, you bird. Mike spots the cupcake aiming at him as Mike grabs the taser, but it's run out of power, so he goes all out. He grabs the cupcake as it tries to bite him. He grabs and places the cupcake in the desk, and with his bare arms, he slowly breaks the cupcake in pieces. Mike tells Chica he'll break it if Chica doesn't let him go. I'll break him. I'm not joking. Watch me. Chica's eyes squint and begin to rage in anger. Let me go, or else you won't like what happens next. Chica's eyes give up and she lets Mike pass. Mike pulls out a taser out of nowhere and tases Chica to the ground and throws the cupcake to the ground. And he grabs the taser, chucking the cupcake as well, and stomps it to pieces. Oh, and I lied. So, see ya. We spot Cassidy in the distance, witnessing the chaos. As Mike continues to the hallway, trying to find a way out, he stops and hears humming. Sounds familiar. Humming he heard before. He looks to see white eyes peek into the halls, but also Garrett just standing there looking at him. Garrett, is that you? No response, just dead silence. Garrett points at Mike like there's something behind him, but what? Look behind you, Garrett. Mike runs to the hallways but stops when Garrett runs off. As Mike looks in fear, he screams, Garrett! Mike then sees a yellow rabbit popping out of the hallway. Could this be the yellow rabbit Vanessa was talking about? The rabbit makes its entrance growling like a monster, standing up, looking Mike in the eyes. The yellow rabbit looks at Mike as Mike pulls out the taser. It doesn't do much as the lights flicker on and off and screams are heard in the speakers. The rabbit laughs as he pulls the taser out and drops on the floor and makes a dashing pose. Oh, fuck. The yellow rabbit pushes Mike across the room, breaking the cleaning supplies he was next to. You could have just left it alone, could you? You could not live with your own failure. Where did that bring you? Back to me. The yellow rabbit with a sinister smile glows with white eyes lurking all over as Mike looks at the man. The yellow rabbit slices his knife in the walls and turns to Mike. You and Freddy's, Mike, were like a match made in heaven. It's like it was meant to be. Mike spits out some blood as he looks up at the rabbit with vengeance in his eyes. Payback for the mess the rabbit made, for not only them, but Vanessa as well. You monster! Why did you do this to her? The kids as well. You know too much. Now, so you learned about the accident, hmm? First I killed your brother. Now I kill you. Symmetry, my friend. You made myself feel at blame. I lost my sister because of you. Go to hell. All the suffering is perfect. Smile. The rabbit laughs and kicks Mike to the walls and begins to punch Mike over and over and slashes his face, causing Mike to bleed and grabs Mike's neck as he laughs. So long, Michael. Mike stands all covered in blood and scratches, barely able to speak. He screams out as much as he can. How do you know my name? The rabbit laughs, twirling his knife around. We met before. Dad? Try again. You're not getting it. He's about to remove his mask to reveal the big moment until Vanessa arrives with a gun and yells, Enough! Drop the knife. The yellow rabbit turns and sees Vanessa. As he giggles, he drops Mike to the ground. Vanessa has the gun aimed right at her father. Little late for temper tantrums, huh, Vanessa? I'm not kidding, Dad. Mike is shocked. This yellow rabbit is her dad? That's your dad? The rabbit removes his mask, revealing William Afton, the one behind it all. William laughs. Mr. Raglan? The career counselor? The one who led Mike to this place to begin with? He sent him here to kill him? That's what he meant when he said, First I killed your brother, now I kill you. William, with a sinister smile, points the knife at his daughter and laughs at her face, still looking at her as a joke. What an entrance, I may say. She learned from the best. If only she learned to be as best as I was. Cut the crap, Vanessa says. Vanessa aims her gun at her father as she wants to make things right, but her father keeps laughing in her face and looks at Bonnie and Freddy. You may have forgotten your loyalties, but I assure you they have not. It's clear you have no use for me anymore. Not like you ever did. Ever. Vanessa turns to see the robots back in the stage looking at her. They don't know yet. Now quit trying to play hero and finish what you started. You know why this happened. Evan, he killed himself because of you. You were an abusive monster. You let mom burn the house. William drops the bunny mask on the floor as he yells, "No, it's his fault. He did this." William points the knife to Mike in anger. As he turns to Mike, Mike tries to get up, with William grabbing Mike by the neck with flames in his eyes as he throws him to the ground. "My fault? You're an animal, a wild one at best. Tell me, Mr. Afton, how is this all my fault?" Afton closes his eyes as he explains what really happened to Evan. "Well, you see, Mike, you and we aren't so different, aren't we?" Vanessa aims her gun at her father, still trembling in fear. "You want to know what really happened to Evan? The real story? Here goes. There was a celebration at a party. It was going well. You might have heard of it. A new diner they opened, Fredbear's Family Diner. The diner shines bright. Well, William, your dream has been achieved. We opened a diner, a very successful one at that, right?" William is looking down at the ground. He seems not happy about the situation. Henry pats William on the back. "William, you good?" William remembers a memory of his second daughter who was murdered due to an accident. He never liked ice cream, since it's like the reply he told Mike when he pretended to be Steve back in the office when trying to get Mike the shift. "No, I don't. I just had ice cream. I Steve laughs and picks up the coffee with his pinky. "Ice cream? What are you, 5?" Mike annoyed looking at Steve laughing in the desk. "Now I'm joking. I know there's no age for eating ice cream. What am I, some fun time disappointment?" "There's a reason I mentioned fun time, but there's no time for that. Now let's continue the story, shall we?" Henry assures to William that nothing bad will happen in Fredbear's, since the robots are more controlling and that Fazbear Entertainment has their back if things go wrong. "I already lost so much, Henry. My daughter, my wife, won't speak to me because she thinks it's my fault. At least I still have my other daughter who still at times talk to me. She calls me a yellow rabbit." "That's nice. Hey, William, can you check on the spring locks? I need to go grab some stuff." William looks at his son having a fun birthday party, glad to know Evan is enjoying himself. We see Evan with his friend Charlie as they are sitting with their plushies as Evan is looking at the animatronics in fear. A golden bear and a golden rabbit. Charlie pats Evan on the back, speaking to her friend, trying to comfort him. "What's wrong, Evan? I thought you liked this place." The poor kid is all over his mind as he looks back at his friend. Charlie was the only one that understood Evan. He was always the outsider around the rest. "All I do is just those machines, they scare me, especially since my brother has been taunting me with those." "Well, your brother's a jerk and shouldn't be scaring you. It's not right." "Yeah, thankfully I have this Fredbear plush. It makes me feel safe when there are monsters in my head." "You're funny. That's why you're my best friend, Evan." Even though Evan fears Fredbear, the animatronic, he always cared for his plushie. It was like an angel to him. We cut back to Jimmy. I mean, we come back to Jake sitting in a chair with his friend Jimmy as they sit bored. Jake was not much of a fan of this place. He felt like he overgrown the diner. Jimmy slams the table with nothing to do. "Gosh, I don't like your brother's birthday party. It's kind of ass and lame." Jake slaps his friend's shoulder, hoping his father did not hear Jimmy's words. "Jimmy, 2 words. Shut up. You want me to look like a failure in front of my dad?" "No." "And shut it and just eat the pizza slice. And maybe go play some arcades while you're at it, since you're bored and stuff." Jimmy flips Jake off with a slow "fuck you." Jake sighs. "Oh wow, how mature. What are you, 5?" The two turn to see both Kobe and Tony arriving with some masks. "Hey, y'all, look what we got with the tokens we won." He places different masks on the table. "You got us mask? Not just any mask. Mask about the Fast Gang. Is that a Foxy mask? Dibs." Tony, "Look, Chica. I'll get Chica. I'll get Bonnie. I'll get Freddy." One remains. A character Jake knows very well. Jimmy turns to Jake. "Hey, Jake, didn't you scare your brother with a Foxy mask once?" "Well, it was actually a Foxy plush head I ripped from his collection. It was so funny." Kobe leans in to joke around like a mimic. Did he cry? Was he whiny? What a baby. Dude, he's a crybaby. What would you expect from a guy who carries that stupid plush bear everywhere he goes? He never learns to grow up. Well, I know how we can ruin your brother's perspective. Jimmy has an idea on that bear and makes him grow up. Let's give him a closer look at the Fredbear robot since he loves it so much. What do you say, Jake? Jake looks at the foxy mask with purple eyes and begins to smile wickedly. I say let's have a party. We cut to see Evan and Charlie look at some plushies as they're about to earn the plush trap, the new plush that just arrived, until Jake arrives with his friends, up to no good. We see Jake in a foxy mask. Sup, nerd? What you doing? Evan backs up in tears. Jake, you're scaring me. Leave me alone. Tony laughs up with his Chica mask. Oh, look, he's crying. Charlie goes up to the bullies, standing up to them. Can why do you all have to be so mean on his birthday? Can loser? Kobe pushes Charlie to the floor. He turns as Jimmy thinks of a fun prank. Say, since it's your birthday, let's give you your gift, Evan. Yeah, I heard Fredbear wants to give you a big kiss. The bullies grab Evan as he's crying for his life as he begins to yell. No, stop, I don't want to. Guys, you heard him. He wants to get closer. Henry hears the words and turns around. Hey, get off the stage. What are you doing? It's too late. Henry knows what's going to happen. The bullies make their countdown. 3, 2, 1. Evan's head is on Fredbear's mouth as he cries. Jake, please, A tear falls and his head is bitten off, not letting the poor birthday boy finish his sentence. Jake and his friends pause as the screaming is heard from the diner. Jake, what did you do? Henry runs just to see Evan's lifeless body and his head bleeding to the floor. 911, yes, come quick. William sees the people running and screaming as he sees his child, Evan's head bitten off, and his eyes are in tears. My dear boy. Henry, what happened? Jake goes up to his father. I didn't know this was going to happen, Dad. It was just a prank. I was just having fun. The flashback ends as William looks at Mike with pain, but fake pain, in his eyes. Mike could tell it's fake. And Mike, when I tried calling 911, the ambulance, they took so long. And when they arrived, he died in my cold hands. Evan no longer existed. I lost my boy because they took so long. You know why? Why? You see, there was another accident, but it was caused by me. I got angry, full of revenge. I lost myself, my family, my kids, my daughter, my other daughter is a failure. So I took matters into my own hands. So I saw Garrett and decided if I can't be happy, no one should be happy. The other kids should suffer like I and the others did. We cut to see William in the yellow rabbit suit putting Garrett in the Fredbear mouth as Garrett is bitten off by Fredbear, the same way Evan died. He also mentions the death of the other kids as the screaming is heard in his head. We cut back to now as Williams laughs. Now we're even, Mike. Now you understand how it feels. But be honest, he just wanted Vanessa to learn to be better, to learn not to mess with him, and to be better. But did she ever? No. That's why he lied to her about her brother's death, to make her feel guilt. How could one be so cruel? She wonders all these years. She thought it was her fault. Mike gets up yelling at the man. You monster brother killing son of a. William kicks Mike to the curb, knocking him out in the tables. Look who decided to get back up again. Motivation really makes one strong, doesn't it? Mike, all bloodied up, gets up with a weak swing. I could do this all day, The yellow rabbit throws Mike across the entire pizzeria, crashing the lights. I did what I had to do. What I thought was right for him, for us, for her. He turns to a traumatized and broken down Vanessa, shaking, full of vengeance. Vanessa gets angry and cocks her gun. She knows what she must do, but doesn't know if she has the strength to do it. Her own father. You're an evil, sick monster. How could you? William laughs and cackles like a supervillain. He has lost it. No longer the man, the father he once was. He mocks his daughter. Dear Vanessa, my dear, you know you can't hurt me. Vanessa holds her gun in fear, trembling. She knows he's right. Even if you had the courage to shoot me, I'm one of them. Vanessa's eyes gets wider in fear. She wants to pull the trigger, but something is making her not want to pull it. Your bullets are worthless. William laughs. This is one sick bastard. Vanessa shoots, but each of the 4 bullets miss because she was shaking. Ah, you coward! You finally have some fight in you. I'm surprised. Bravo. Knocking the gun out, she was distracted as he laughs in her face. William gets close to Vanessa and begins to choke her slowly, knocking her to the arcade glass, breaking it as Vanessa taunts him. If you're gonna kill me, do it faster, you coward. I want you to have a slow pain death, just like your mother. Meanwhile, bloodied up Mike, barely alive, sees the chaos going on, as he isn't able to move much as he looks up and sees the robots looking at him. A voice tells an injured Mike to go for the drawings, multiple of them. Mike sees Cassidy in the shadows, handling a box of crayons and directions, and pointing to the writing on the walls. The paintings are the clues. It's all the rabbit's mind that controls them. Mike knows what he has to do. He looks up to see Golden Freddy pointing to the walls of drawings. The robots is out of its hosts. So the rabbit is able to control them with the drawings because he knows that the children love innocent things. That's why he named himself after something kids will follow. Cassidy nods and vanishes into the distance. She leaves the mic to end his story. Cassidy goes to Golden Freddy to talk with the others, planning the final countdown. My friends, it's time for us to take our revenge. Let us make him feel what he made us feel. Each of the eyes of the robots turn white, full of rage. So I must change it. Got it. William sees Mike go for the drawings. Oh no, you don't, you little. Vanessa grabs her father's arms, trying to drag it away. I will not let him. You hurt him too. Let go, you're doing too much. And you're doing too little. William digs his knife into Vanessa's stomach and twisting it around, as William's eyes seem to be lost. Oh, the nasty little thing you have become, just like your mother. Dad, I. Vanessa falls to the ground as William gets himself back together and turns around to see Mike. As he's about to charge at Mike, he is stopped by Foxy. Move! Move, you stupid fox! The lights of the pizzeria all turn on as it ruins William's view. Ugh. The lights begin to flash on William's eyes as the entire pizzeria flickers on and off. Mike is in the side view, smiling. As he knows it's over for the rabbit, he has him all where he wants him. All part of the plan. They see you now. They know what you did. This ends here, old sport. That's my line, you narcissist. Foxy blocks William's path with his hook and turns to him. Move, Fox, move! Foxy pushes William to the floor. How dare you? I control you. I am your friend, your rabbit. You remember me, don't you? Cassidy's voice is heard in the distance. Not anymore. Now we control you. The rest of the animatronics look at William with white and black eyes. William stands up. Look at me. Look at you. Look at the nasty things you have become. Look how small you are, how worthless you are. You are all worthless beasts. I made you. I created you. You're the stupid kids that did not listen to your parents. You died because you were also pathetic. How you scream. It was music to my ears. Freddy's eyes begin to glow as he begins to play the Torador March and the melody, an aggressive melody. As Chica throws her cupcake at William, the cupcake aims like a bulldog. William dodges the cupcake easily as he mocks the chicken. You miss. Golden Freddy appears in front of William. Did she? Chica's eyes turn red as the cupcake goes back into her arms as she points up. Golden Freddy looks up as well, as the eyes of Bonnie turns white with bloody red. William laughs and laughs until William notices a bit of water fall on his suit. Well, shit. The cupcake was not aiming at Afton, it was aiming at the sprinklers. All part of Cassidy's master plan. The spring locks are activated as he begins to scream loudly. The knives start crushing all of his guts and bones. Somebody, please, Henry, Vanessa, somebody, Mike, please. Part of his eyes fall on the ground. All the animatronic souls begin to laugh as they see their killer in pain, just like them. Get it off! Somebody, please! It hurts! Son of a... Ah. Cassie looks down on Afton like he looked down on them. Revenge feels nice, doesn't it? The lights flicker again and again, breaking down the location, as Cassidy, with a wicked smile, snaps her fingers as she enjoys Afton's pain. William tries to grab his suit, but his arm rips apart in blood slowly, as William falls to the floor, coughing blood as he begs for mercy. Help! Help me! He pulls out his ripped hand in blood as William falls to the ground and twitches a lot. Cassidy walks up to him, laughing, but with no emotion almost. Mercy! Blood crushes his suit as his head and brain is crushed. in pieces, spitting out blood. Mercy? Did you give us mercy, Mr. Afton? I don't think so. All the animatronics' eyes are bright red and begin playing the Toreador March as the pizzeria goes dark and lights up in thunder. The knives begin to stab all William's guts more slowly, killing the man once inside. William is unable to hold his bleeding stomach as the blood falls everywhere. William falls to the floor, twitching more as a big blood puddle is seen in the floor. Cassidy grabs the rabbit mask and puts it on him and smiles. There, now you know how it feels to be one of us. Does it hurt? Good. Cassidy pulls on a wide, wicked smile once more as she closes her eyes and laughs. Mike gets up as he sees William's body on the floor all bloodied, as the William animatronics grab the dead, rotting, bloody rabbit corpse into the other room. As the yellow rabbit's blood trails is seen on the floor, showing a drawing with words, It's me. A chant is heard in the speakers as they slowly break down, following the yellow rabbit. The sounds of the missing kids keep repeating it, following the yellow rabbit. Mike turns to see Cassidy smiling and giving out a thumbs up. It's all good. You're free, right? Cassidy does not answer and just vanishes, leaving Mike's question unknown for now. Purple dust covers the area as Mike enters another sequence, but this time it's him, all young in the forest, and no ghost children, just him. But he hears an airplane sound. It sounds familiar. Mike closes his eyes and opens them as he wakes up as a younger version of himself in the forest. He spots a grill and multiple burger trails, leading him to spot Garrett. Garrett is sitting by a table with a puppet like figure shadow. As he's eating a burger, Garrett turns to Mike and speaks up. Mike cries and hugs his brother. I'm sorry, dear brother. It's time to go now. She needs you. Mike gets closer to his brother, breaking down in tears. No, don't make me. Please, I need you. Garrett walks up to the broken down Mike, wiping his tears away. Seems Mike still feels the trauma. It ain't easy when you lose someone. It's not easy to let go of them. I don't want to go yet. Please come back to me. Please, Garrett. I have no purpose. I can't live without. Garrett responds again, showing the outside road, as he hands Mike a burger and smiles. It's time to go, Mike. You have so much to live for. My time is up. You know that. Mike turns around and sees the drawings of Abby, smiling, Vanessa smiling, and Bonesy walking around. Mike sees still has the others. He is not alone, and he was never alone. He was just lost in his own mind trying to fix his mistake, his burden. You see, my brother, you found a new family. Just remember, we'll always be in your heart. Even though Max and the others are gone, they are still here with me. Mike feels the presence of the others. He feels better now, redeemed even. Garrett rocks around and gives Mike the other piece of the plane. Why are you giving me this? Garrett gives a wide smile. I forgive you, dear brother. Mike cries. Is it done? Did he fix his mistake? He no longer has to live like this no more. Mike breaks down in tears as his soul feels at peace. He turns around to give his brother a big hug. Thank you, little brother. Mike is finally no longer in pain. He has found his inner peace as Garrett vanishes. As Mike wakes up back in the pizzeria, as the small window shows the bright sunset, as it seems it's morning, Mike lifts up Vanessa as they leave the crumbling pizzeria. Don't worry, I got you. Freddy looks up and screams as he hears the door. He and the others close the door. As the entire location crumbles down in smoke, as a loud, painful groan is heard in the speakers, as the shift has ended. As Mike and Vanessa head out the door, Mike steps up on a paper he crumbled earlier. He looks down to see another paper pinned on the photo. He first takes Vanessa to the car and lays her in the car. Mike heads back to grab the note and opens it. He sees what he got. He knew this paper would have been important earlier. Yeah, it's crumbled up, but it's still readable. Good job, sport. See you next week. See you next week? Hell no, I don't think so. Mike turns and drives off with Vanessa, happy that he got the money to hopefully get Abby back and restart his life and fix everything. The end. All 5 nights. So yeah, that's all the 5 nights.